morning, ladies. Welcome to Pilates Fusion with Nina. We're going to do what I call Project Positivity this morning, creating a good vibe, happy energy, and of course, working on getting our backs a little stronger than yesterday. Let's start off working on just rolling our shoulder blades back, opening our chest, pulling our belly in nice and tight, and legs are long and strong, sinking into your mat. Beautiful posture, rolling our shoulder blades back. Joseph Pilates used to say, let's crack the walnut. And we're going to bring our arms out now like a T, and let's just do some small circles, engaging the scapula or shoulder blades. And then reversing those circles. Let's bring our hands on our hips and slowly roll our neck around. Our neck is a place sometimes we hide some stress. And then we're going to reverse those circles. Meet me in the middle. Let's bring our arms all the way up to the ceiling, bringing that big ball of energy to heart center, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Connecting with our breath, connecting to the present. Our breath is something we can keep in our back pocket in times of joy, in times of stress, just gaining a little bit of control. Let's take those arms up again, bringing that big ball of energy to heart center and coming down to a front forward fold, letting our hands hang gently, just coming down to our tailbone, loosening up that back, and we're going to bring our arms into small circles, like a tennis ball size. Just waking up that beautiful spine. And now let's reverse those circles. Bringing the hands into like a grandfather clock pendulum. Slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time to a standing position, rolling those shoulder blades back. Let's bring our arms up to like a soccer goalpost, and we're going to hinge down into our sanctuary pose. And now we can pretend we have a little 1 pound weights working on some biceps. Or if you are near your kitchen, you can grab some little Campbell's soup cans or tomato cans that you don't have to buy weights. Let's hinge a little lower. Let's bring those arms up like a big yoga ball, and we're slowly going to bring them down, engaging that scapula and then coming all the way back up again. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. All right, we're going to move on to some gentle yoga. Let's come onto our mat on our knees. Hands are coming onto our mat. Let's spread those fingers. We're coming into angry, happy cat, letting our head hang gently between those hands. And let's bring our back up into a C curve towards the ceiling, and then bring our belly towards the mat. Taking a deep breath in while we're bringing our back all the way up, and then letting it go. Let's bring that belly all the way up again, and then exhale, bringing the belly back down. Now we're going to come up on our toes into downward dog, continuing to let that head hang gently between our arms. And let's bring one foot up and down, stretching out those hamstrings. And then letting the head come forward, chest coming forward into King Cobra. Getting so strong this morning, girls. Happy Friday. And then we're going to come back into downward dog, continuing to walk that dog out a bit. Now let's bring our knees down to the mat. Forehead comes down the mat, and we're going to walk those fingers out, coming into child's pose. This is a rest pose for your back. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Finding our breath. Let's take another deep breath in and letting it all go. Alrighty, we're going to move on to baby back roll. Let's come onto our back, and we're of course going to bring our knees to our chest, and let's just give ourselves a nice big hug for doing something great for our mind and our body and our flexibility today. Some self-care. We're going to end the class today with some meditation. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. So this is called baby back roll, and this is a great thing to do for your back, really whenever it's good for you. Sometimes I start the day doing this while I'm making my coffee. If you're ever having a day when you're having a long car ride, if you're so lucky to hop on a plane and travel somewhere, if you're ever by your computer all day and you just want to be kind to your back, this is a good one to do. And then of course we can grab our big toes, coming into happy baby, checking our flexibility. So these two poses you can come into at any time today, something to keep in your back pocket. If an exercise is not for you, or if it makes your body angry, this is your go-to. Because our goal today is just to have some increased energy, happy backs, feeling a little stronger than yesterday, increased flexibility, and just good energy. All right, let's bring our feet flat on the mat. And we're going to connect to the mat. Let's roll our shoulder blades back so we have that back connection. Our scapula, our shoulder blades is connected to the back, to the mat. And we're going to bring our arms long and strong. And we're going to work on some bridging this morning. Let's bring that back, lower back, middle back, upper back. Hips are off the mat. And we are keeping those glutes nice and tight. And this is actually good for pelvic rehab, by the way. So let's bring our hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Meet me in the middle, continuing to keep those glutes engaged. We're just going to hold this just for a little bit. Let's take that deep breath in. Clearing our mind of our worry list, connecting to the present, and exhale. Another deep breath in, and letting it all go. Slowly bringing that back all the way back down to the mat. And we're going to come up again. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shooting that right leg to the ceiling. Foot is pointed. We're going to do a little footwork this morning. Let's flex the foot, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it, and then slowly coming down Let's do a little daydream. We're going to pretend we have a 50-pound weight on this leg using some isometrics. And we're just going to bring that leg down to meet the opposite knee and then bringing it all the way back up again. So we are now doing some classical low impact Pilates, working against our own body weight, very safe. Swimming is another great low impact, very safe exercise. Walking is another good one. All right, let's do 10 more together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's gracefully, with intention, bringing that leg ever so gently down to the mat, lowering our back to the mat. Let's bring our knees to our chest, taking a little break, rolling out that spine. Let's take that deep breath in and exhale. Coming into happy baby, checking our flexibility. All right, we're going to bring the legs all the way back down to the mat again. And let's reconnect to the mat, rolling those shoulder blades back, opening that chest and bringing the back up, lower back, middle back, upper back, shooting that left leg pointed to the ceiling. Flex it, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it. And now we're going to slowly bring that leg down, again, pretending we have a 50-pound weight on it to match the opposite knee, and then coming all the way back up. All right, girls, let's do 10 more together. 1, you can count with me if you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly bringing that leg all the way back down to the mat. Now we're going to work on some gentle inversions. It's great for your blood flow. We're just going to roll up on our hips and coming to a cooking scissors, like cooking shears with your feet. And then we're going to bring it to a bicycle ride. And then reverse it. And then if you'd like a little bit more right now, you can try to bring your feet over your head, stretching out that spine. And then let's slowly bring it all the way forward, shooting those legs long and feet are flexed. And let's bring our feet almost the width of the mat. And for those of you that are in the snow today, we're going to do a little daydream that we're actually at a beach shop and we're buying some hot pink beach balls. And this is a Pilates stretch called spine stretch forward. We are going to hinge forward over that beach ball, shooting our tailbone out the opposite way, doing that nice, beautiful two-way Pilates stretch. And then coming all the way back up, trying to elongate your spine, shooting your hips into the mat. You can roll your shoulder blades back, that beautiful Pilates posture. And then let's hinge forward again over that beach ball. And then coming all the way back up again, trying to grow a little bit taller, working on elongating our spine. And let's do this 3 more times. Coming forward, and then coming all the way up, trying to grow a little taller. And then we're coming forward again. And then sitting up nice and tall. Let's do this 1 more time. Coming all the way forward. And sitting up nice and tall. While we're here, we're going to do another lovely Pilates exercise. And let's just start bringing our arms out like a T. Let's roll the shoulder blades back so we're opening our chest. And we're going to take our right pinky and bring it to our left pinky toe. And then meet me center, roll your shoulder blades back. We're kind of bringing out our spine like a washcloth. Rolling the shoulder blades back. Alrighty, girls. Let's do a little fun dance move called can-can. So I'm just going to move my mat back a little bit. We're going to sit up with our feet in the center on our big toes, and we're holding the back of us with our hands. And let's bring our knees to the right, to the left, to the right again, and then shoot them out long. Holding that belly in nice and tight. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Coming center with those feet, let's take our knees to the left, to the right, to the left again, and then shoot them out long. Feet are pointed, holding our bellies in nice and tight. It is a little balance exercise. Take it to the middle, and we're going to do this exercise 1 more time. So knees to the right, to the left, to the right again, and take it out long. Meet me in the middle. Let's bring the knees to the left, to the right, to the left again, and take them out long. And then come center. Okay. Ladies, we're going to move on now to an exercise working on keeping our spine nice and flexible. Joseph Pilates used to say that we are as young as our spine. Let's bring our hands together in prayer position and then open the book. And then we're going to grab our ankles and bring our feet a few inches above the mat. It's a balance exercise too. And I will demonstrate. And of course, anyone under 10 years old is going to be very impressed with this. And we'll probably want to do it with you, called rolling like a ball. So I'm going to roll back on my shoulder blades and then sit up nice and tall. Here we go. So we can all try this a few times. right, last one. All righty. We're going to move on now to some more core work. Let's put our feet long and flexed, and we're going to bring our hands forward, pretending that we're holding on to a little rope. And let's just do a roll down, bringing our back slowly with control, one vertebra at a time, all the way back down to the mat. And we're going to roll our shoulder blades back, connecting to the mat. And we're going to start with a hip opener, one leg circle. Let's bring that right leg point with the foot pointed towards the ceiling. And we're just going to do a nice, beautiful circle and then pause up at the top. You can also do like a small basketball size circle, as long as you're keeping the left hip attached to the mat. That's the goal. So you can choose what feels best for where you're at today. Now let's have a foot pause at the top, and we're going to reverse that circle. All right, let's have that foot pause at the top and slowly and gracefully bring it all the way back down to the mat. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's reconnect those shoulder blades to the mat, rolling them back, shooting that left leg up to the ceiling pointed. Let's flex it, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it. And then we're going to move on to that one leg circle again. So you could make, again, a small circle the size maybe of a basketball, keeping that right hip connected to the mat. Or if it feels better, you can do a large, beautiful circle, pausing up at the top, opening those hips. Arms are long and strong, also connected to the mat. Let's take that deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and let it all go. All right, let's pause that foot up at the top and reverse that circle. All right, let's slowly, gently bring that leg all the way back down to the mat. And let's bring those knees to our chest. Feeling ever so grateful. It's Friday. Happy Friday again, ladies. Rolling out that lower spine. Let's connect to our breath again, taking that deep breath in and exhale. Let's grab those big toes, roll our back a little more, coming into happy baby. We're just going to continue now doing another gentle hip opener. Let's rock or roll up, sitting up, and we're going to come into an exercise called pigeon. Right knee is forward, left leg is long, and you might say this is a perfect stretch for you. You can certainly stay here, or if you'd like, you can stack your hands, bring your hands down to the mat, forehead down to the mat, and just breathe into the stretch. Take a deep breath in. Maybe you can get a little bit more in. And exhale. Just going to stay here for a few seconds. All right, so let's slowly come out of that, and we're going to bring that opposite knee, the left knee forward, right leg is long. And again, you can stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can stack those hands, bring them down to the mat. Forehead comes down to the mat. And we're just going to hold this for a little bit, connecting with our breath into the moment, to the present. Take another deep breath in and exhale. All right, let's gently come out of that, and we're going to move on to a knee stretch. Let's come up on our knees, sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to bring our arms forward, and we're going to pretend that we are holding onto a little pulley, and we're just going to hinge back a few inches till we feel that nice gentle stretch on our knees, and then bringing it forward. Let's do it 2 more times. This is just a nice little gentle knee stretch. And now we're going to move on to one of my favorites called Mermaid. And this is a stretch of your obliques. We're going to sit on our side, and left hand is coming to left ankle, right arm to right ear. And step number 1 is we're going to gently pull that arm to the ceiling, pulling from our obliques. And this should feel really nice. It's just a gentle pull. And I usually close my eyes because this is so relaxing. I close my eyes, take a deep breath in, and then bring that arm into a rainbow stretch, pulling from the obliques and exhaling. Take that deep breath in and letting it all go. Let's gracefully bring that arm all the way up again. Perhaps you can pull a little bit more. Taking that breath in and exhaling. Bringing the arm all the way up again. This will be our last one. Let's make it the best one, ladies. Let's just pull gently, coming up, taking that breath in and exhaling. Let's breathe into that stretch. Alrighty, so let's come out of that, and we're going to move our knees to the opposite side. And now we have right hand to right ankle, left arm to left ear. Let's just take a gentle stretch towards the ceiling. And we can take our deep breath in, and then coming into the rainbow, letting it go. And continuing connecting with our breath. Bringing that arm all the way up again. Perhaps we can get just a little bit more flexible, bringing it towards the ceiling. And then exhaling. Bringing the arm all the way back. This will be your last one. Let's just get a little bit more flexible. Bringing that arm up. Taking that breath in. And then coming into the rainbow stretch. All right, ladies, let's come out of that, and we are going to do a little bit more core exercise. Let's bring our legs long and feet are flexed. And we're going to do that exercise, the roll down, bringing our arms forward, that we're on a little pulley and hinging back, bringing our tailbone into that C curve, coming all the way back down to our mat. And let's bring it into our one leg pull. Shoulder blades come off the mat if your neck feels fine. Right knee comes to our nose, towards our nose. Opposite leg is long, feet is pointed, and it's a little bit off the mat. And we're going to do a gentle pull, pull, and then switch it. Pull, 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 switch it, pull, pull. Pull, pull, switch it, pull, pull. All right, so let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's bring our knees to our chest, bring our neck back down to the mat. We're gonna come into baby back roll again, bringing our knees to our chest, honoring that spine, remembering the calm that we're creating on our mat this morning. We can certainly bring into our lives. connecting with our breath. Let's take a deep breath in and letting it all go. Let's take another deep breath in and exhaling. Coming into happy baby, grabbing those big toes. Feeling a lot more flexible than when we started this morning. All right, ladies, we're going to move on to a little challenge now. We're going to do double leg pull. So you can always come back to a happy baby or a baby back roll, but it's a great one for working on your back strength. So we're starting in this position that we're at now, but we're going to bring our shoulder blades off the mat. And we're going to do this together. Legs are long, arms go up to the ceiling, and then we're going to wrap our arms around our back and then tuck it all back in. Okay, so shoulder blades off the mat, knees come to the chest, shooting the legs long, arms come up to the ceiling, wrapping our arms around the back, and then tucking it all in. All right, let's bring our knees to our chest. Neck comes down back to the mat. We're going to roll out our back. Okay, so we're going to move on to our last core exercise this morning called lower lift. I just want to show you all something. So let's bring our hands together like a diamond, and we are going to put that diamond, your hand shaped like a diamond, underneath your seat to protect your back. We're going to shoot our feet pointed towards the ceiling, and the exercise is lower, 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 lift. You can also cradle your neck. So we're going to lower in 3, 1, 2, 3, and then lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3. Let's get a little lower, ladies, and then all the way back up. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. Let's lower in 1 and lift in 3. 1, 2, 3. Lower in 1 and lift in 3. Lower in 1 and lift in 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Let's bring your knees to your chest and roll out your back. All right, ladies, we're going to move on to working on our legs. So let's come onto our mat, and what I call Pilates is a banana pose. So we're long on our mat, tummy is in, and feet are coming forward and they're pointed. And we're just going to start with a leg lift forward and back, nice and slow with control. All right, now let's bring those feet together, and the working foot is going to go up with the foot pointed and then flex coming back down. Getting those nice, strong legs working, having a whole body workout this morning. All right, let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna bring that foot all the way back down. And now we're gonna go into some circles, which is another hip opener. So again, you can do a small circle, brushing the opposite foot, maybe like a little basketball size. You can do a really big circle, pausing up the top, bringing that leg gracefully down, brushing the opposite foot. All right, so this time when the foot is up at the top, let's reverse it. All right, ladies, we're gonna move on to our inner thigh now. So this working leg, let's bring it forward and place the foot towards the opposite foot. Gently press up the knee, maybe an inch. And we're just gonna bring the opposite leg up and down. Foot is pointed. Inner thigh workout. And then moving on to little tennis ball circles with that leg. And then reversing it. Alrighty, and now we're gonna flip over to our opposite leg. So we are again in that banana pose. So we are long against the side of our mat. Feet are coming forward, our belly is in, and we're doing our leg lifts forward and back. Alrighty, let's bring the feet together and we're going to move on to our up and down. So foot is coming up pointed and then flex coming back down. And now we're going to move on to our circles. So again, you can do a small circle, brushing the opposite foot. It is a hip opener, or if you feel comfortable doing a large one, pausing up at the top, circling around, brushing the foot. And now we're going to pause up at the top and reverse that circle. Alrighty, let's bring this working leg forward and we're going to place the foot towards the opposite foot. Press up that knee just a little inch and move on to our inner thigh, bringing that leg gently up, foot is pointed, and then coming into some small tennis ball circles and reversing it. And now, ladies, we're just going to move on to some intentional meditation. You can come into a sitting pose, crisscross applesauce, or you can lie down on your mat. And before we get into meditation, I just want to talk a minute about stress management and cortisol. And I'm sure you've all heard that flight or fight syndrome when, something is not going right. Maybe someone got into an accident in their car, a little fender bender, or not great news of the day, and you feel your anxiety come up, and maybe you get a headache or a bellyache, or you get physically sick because your cortisol level is coming up. And what we want to come up to make us feel better is our serotonin levels. So when we do any type of meditation, we giving our little dog a hug, we go for a beautiful walk, maybe you have time to do a Pilates class or a yoga class, or get in the pool and do some swimming, all those low impact exercises, and even giving someone a hug increases your serotonin. So that is a very helpful little tool you can remember for life. So let's move on now to some meditation, closing our eyes, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Connecting with our breath, creating some mindfulness today, creating a sense of calm. Let's go to our happy place, increasing that serotonin level today, something we can do all by ourselves, connecting with our breath, thinking of a positive intention. Perhaps we're so grateful that we woke up today, we're in a Pilates class together, in the comfort of our own homes. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. And just a little simple quote from Buddha. He said, he was asked, and what did you learn from meditation? And he said, well, I lost my anger, my anxiety, my restfulness, and found some calm. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and let it all go. Ladies, thank you so much today for joining me in Pilates Fusion. It's just an honor for me to be here with you all, and I hope you have a wonderful, calm, peaceful Friday. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. It was great.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Have a great Friday, ladies. Thank you.